Welcome to this edition of Music for Dancers, where we're helping great dancers be even better with a further understanding of the music. So today we're going to talk about a concept called probably four and give us a framework that the musicians are organizing the music so that you can match your dance to that music. So one principle that's critical and that we're going to always talk about is from their last clip called Music Has Structure. And if you haven't seen that, go back and watch that clip before this one. It'll help you quite a bit. If you already know about music, you know that the musicians are thinking about things in multiples of four for most dance music. This concept will become helpful the more you understand some of the inner workings of the music, but right now as a big picture point of view, we want to figure out that, for example, the introduction to a song, the intro, right when it starts, you know, if you know nothing else, that it's going to probably be 4 bars, 8 bars, 12 bars, or 16 bars. Those are the most common starts to a song in the introduction, that it's going to be 4 bars, 8 bars, but some multiple of 4. Now for my musician friends out there, people that already know, this is a generalization. It does not apply in all cases, but if you know nothing else, you're going to know that the start of the song is going to be some multiple of 4 bars, 4 measures. That's just the way most songs are organized, and it applies to most dance music, but not all. Now within these 4 or 8 bar sections, those are also known as phrases. Musicians are thinking of this music in terms of phrases, and that means just a group of measures or bars put together in one symmetrical section. So there'll be 4 bars, sometimes there'll be 8 bars. Every once there's some music, 12-bar blues that are arranged in 12 bars. And then almost everything beyond that for dance music is going to be some subgroup or multiple of 4. 4, 8, 12, 16. If it's 16, that's often 2 groups of 8 or 4 groups of 4. For our discussion here, one of the things we want to do is talk about what's a measure, what's a bar, and I don't want to get into the weeds too much. I'll have a whole session on measures and bars and counting, but for this one today, we're going to take in a big picture point of view and assume that you already understand it, but it will become clearer over time. And just to muddy the waters a little bit, there's 2 counting systems for the music that are used. The musicians and the dancers tend to count it differently. The musicians tend to count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, etc. The dancers like to subdivide it, and they count twice as fast, and they use all numbers. So they would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Frankly, it's kind of whacked. The musicians have been counting and writing music for hundreds of years, and then the dancers came along and decided to do something different. I don't know what's wrong with them, but I'm not one of those people. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to play some music, and I'm going to count over it. And it may not be totally clear to you if you don't have a grounding already in the music, but that's okay. It'll become clearer and clearer the more we do. And also don't get hung up on what type of tune I choose. I have about thousands of songs, things that are very simple, and sometimes I might use a style of music that you don't care for, but the principles will apply whether we're doing hip hop or salsa or tango. It really doesn't matter the genre. The principles here are what we're looking at. So hey, cut me some slack if you don't like a piece of music. First tune what we're going to listen to is by Enrique, and we're just going to count the first 8 bars, the introduction. When we're done with this, we will have gone through the introduction of a classic salsa tune. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. Well, we just did something very simple. We counted the introduction to that tune. So there were 8 bars. Each bar had 8 counts. So we were counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, up to 8. And then the introduction of that song was over. Now let's try another example with a different song. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, 7, 2, 3, 4, 8, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now obviously that's a very different feel from the first salsa tune. So that neo tune is simple, straightforward, 4 on the floor bass drum, and I was counting that in 4, the way musicians often count music. They would map. The important thing is this happens across many different genres where we can count it. Either musicians could be counting in 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not common, but could happen. Or they're counting in 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. And if they wanted to subdivide it, that would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4. And I'm not going to go into details. I'll come back to that, cycle back in our counting section. What I'd like to show you is another example that this works across many genres. It doesn't matter in terms of which type of music you're listening to. The principle of probably 4 will apply. Here's an amazing tune from the Brecker brothers. It's over 30 years old. Many of you won't like it, but you'll see that the same principles are applying in a very intense jazz tune as applies in across a whole set of other genres. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6, 2, 3, 4. 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3, 4. 5, 2, 3, 4. 6, 2, 3, 4. 7, 2, 3, 4. 8, 2, 3, 4. 1. So, of course, you don't need to learn to count like that. That's not necessary for a dancer, but it's an interesting exercise. What you see is across 3 different genres, we have music that all has an 8-measure introduction. It's easy for you to say, an 8-measure introduction. And that'll carry across thousands and thousands of songs. But the bigger picture is that music has structure. And the structure in this case happened to be an 8-bar introduction. We can find plenty of exceptions to that, but you'll just be blown away how many songs follow that form, and then there's another 8 bars and 8 bars and 8 bars and 8 bars. You'll start identifying them, and then later you'll have your dance movement and your vocabulary matching the feel that comes up in these different sections. So this goes on and on. We've just barely scratched the surface of this. I got another 15 hours worth of material for you. So hang on, please be sure to subscribe. Go ahead and give this a thumbs up. My mom will be really happy. And I'll see you on the next tape of Music for Dancers.